Welcome to our living room where we review board games. My name is Jesse.
And I'm Melissa.
And this is I Heart Board Games. We're going to talk about 12 Rivers. This is a game from 2025. It's like number 28 on the hotness list. It's a lot of little marbles rolling down different rivers.
It gives me that feeling like, what is the one where all the little marbles come down that one chute?
Well, there's multiple games that do that. Like there's Gizmos.
Yeah,
there's Potion Explosion.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those marbly games where it's like...
It's a marble game.
Yeah, there's just going to be all these marbles, and hopefully you get the marble you want.
But let's talk about how to play it. So
yeah,
each person has a stopper that goes along the river somewhere or into the village. When it goes into the river, it can be used to stop marbles and in turn let you take the marbles you need to fulfill these villagers' requests. These villagers have different requests to in turn give you points, and in the village is how you get more villagers. So throughout the game the villagers have goals they want you to give them, I guess, and that's pretty much the whole game. You play it over 5 rounds, so really it is kind of a simple game. There's other things happening in the game, but we'll cover that while we talk about it. But really, in short, it's a 5-round game. Get villagers that have goals, fulfill those goals by getting the marbles you get from the rivers.
Yeah.
So, where do we begin with this one?
So we're going to begin with what works well with this game.
Okay.
What are some
what do you think
pros?
works well?
I think that I really like the art on the villagers part. I liked the cute critters. There was like an owl and a wolf and a raccoon, like a little deer thing. There was all these like really cute critters on the cards, plus there was like this very very kind of anime-esque art style to like the villager people that were on the little tile cards. So just overall it had a really nice art look to it, and the actual board itself, like where the marbles all go on the top, and then like they're off, and you gotta like kind of like marble racing.
Yeah,
you
marble
like,
race.
Beep beep beep, like and they go down. So I like that part of it. It's just really neat production value.
Yeah.
So what were your likes on that?
So funny you asked about likes. This is kind of we normally talk about the pros and the cons. I'm going to sneak into the cons for this. The art is actually a con to me because there's parts that are nice, but I thought the anime look was not the right choice for this. I really think they should have tapped into some South American themed art, because the anime has nothing to do with the alpacas and everything like that. The alpaca itself was not in anime style. I felt like the villagers could have been anything. There was nothing telling me villagers, which gets into the cons a bit, and maybe we'll talk about more with that later.
But were there things you liked
about the art?
No, just about the game in general.
Oh, the gimmick. The gimmick is a fun gimmick.
Yeah.
So I do like that. It's entertaining to watch them fall down like that. What other things did I like? I mean, just the motions of it all. There was not anything wrong with that, which I guess turns into a like. It's more of a mid when it comes to what was happening in the game. It was fine. The construction of the board was cool. If they come up with a system in 12 Rivers where, you know, the system they came up with is kind of neat.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that falls into pro or con. Once again, somewhere in the mid. So did you have any other pros?
Just the production. I put the production value. I really thought it was well produced. As far as like when you look at it, it seems, you know, like the gimmick of the marbles rolling and the actual parts of it. I can see what you mean by like it just doesn't mesh. Like I just liked the style of the art. Like everything was very cute to me. Yeah. But I can see what you mean by like it does not mix.
The two voices didn't match. Whereas like in Unconscious Mind, you have literally 2 artists that work on this thing, yet somehow it fits together because one was handling a dreamscape and the other one's handling the literal stuff.
Yeah.
This one, I felt like it's all literal, but some reason they look completely different.
Yeah.
But are we ready to talk about cons?
Yep.
More cons?
Yeah, I think some more downsides. One of the big downsides for me was that it seemed like there was a lot of parts going on and processes throughout where it's like, okay, well now you start over here and then you read across and is this, and like there were these fairy token things, which was like another element, another part. And I was kind of like, oh, if you put this one here because it's it's on this part of the river, then you get this. But if you go here, you don't get it. And it's like, it was just very, what was the word that came up? Fiddly. I think that's what we call it, the fiddly word. There's too many little micro motions and moves that could be easily forgotten.
Yes. The card system, I agree, is fiddly. For one, you have to play 2 cards to do the action. That felt weird. Like there was no graphic indicator that that's what you're doing. The cards are also your currency in the game in order to decide where you place on the board, which made sense. But I think the cards themselves should have been, single plays of cards or something that made it make more sense about how cards are played. I just didn't care for that rule, where that just didn't seem intuitive. But I guess that's something that it's not even a like, really. I can't even say that about the card system, just because it's just like to be expected that the board told us exactly how many cards were needed and to play cards didn't. The wording on the cards was kind of confusing too. Like there's this one card where you play it, or I guess you gotta play 2 to make it activate, and it says move one of your markers anywhere on the board. And I get what it's trying to say. It's trying to say take one of your markers before and move it to another place anywhere you want to. It was just a long way of saying it, and it just didn't flow well. There was multiple times where people had asked, what does this mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean? To every card, I think. Even the one that altered where you are in the village. So I think the wording was just confusing on some of these cards. And maybe they went into more details in the rule books. We didn't learn this game ourselves. We were taught this game. So what's our next thing we discuss here?
All right, let's get out of the downsides of the game.
Pros and cons.
Yeah, but
we're done.
Yeah. Some comparisons.
Oh, well, we talked about a few. Compare it to a thing like gimmick-wise, Potion Explosion, Gizmos.
Yep.
Marble games. Functionally, kind of the same. Potion Explosion's a perfect example.
Yeah, because the idea is that you're taking these marbles that are in different colors and you have to match it to what the villagers want. But there could be some fairies that could break exception to the rule, or
that's also
change,
there's ways to break rules in most games.
Yeah, so there's like rule breaking thing, but the little extra parts, but pretty much in its just base form, it is put a marble on a villager.
Yeah.
Figure out how to take the marble from the alpaca and send it to the villager. That's literally it. Potion Explosion.
Potion Explosion, you can use the potions to change the game.
For abilities.
This one, the villagers are just scoring for you.
But it's essentially take the marble from the one place, put it on the other thing, and then hope that you complete the villager.
I guess I got to go back to cons a little bit with that, because the scoring was more complicated than it needed to be. Every marble scores a certain amount of points based on its rarity. Like the pearls were 5 points. The greens apparently were common. They were only worth 1 point, and anywhere in between for all the rest of them. I mean, I guess that gives you another lane to play. Like maybe you just go on pearl acquisition. That's your whole mission. And I don't know. By the end of the game, you're counting all your villagers, what the villagers score you, and then you're counting all your marbles at once. So it's a lot of math and no scoring pad.
Yeah. Oh, I was just fixing to say that. It's like, I better go back to another cut. Like, oh, Lord, we're going back to another downside. No scoring pad in the game where I'm literally just having to I counted out the villagers. I'm having to just remember. I mean, I guess I could have pulled up my phone, had a calculator going, but no score pad for the multiple needs of counting each marble and each color and how many you have. A scoring pad would have helped so much. But
yeah. Where were we?
we were on comparisons, which we compare.
Yeah, we got.
I think
that.
we both had the same kind of comparison. Yeah. So
it's light and medium at most.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a weight of maybe 1.9. It's so close to 2, maybe 2.
Yeah.
In the 2 range.
In the 2s.
BGG has correct weights, pretty good weights, but I personally would probably say it's about a 2.
Okay, so what would your personal opinions of this game be?
The gimmick is cool, but very, I don't know. It's not my personal opinion. I'm glad I played it. I don't need to own this. It's not enough of a pull to get me. The gimmick is neat the first time you see it, but after you do it, you're like, okay, I kind of get it. Yeah, it didn't do much for me.
Yeah, so
I prefer Gizmos and Potion Explosion because it comes from a big pool, whereas so you don't know what's coming out and it's feeding out the whole game. Whereas this one, you got to lay them out every round, all 12 rivers, and then by then you see what's coming down the river, so there's no mystery to it. If it had an auto feed, I don't know how that would work. That would change the game too much.
Yeah.
So I can only judge it for what it is. And the gimmick, I think, is stronger in Potion Explosion and in Gizmos.
Yeah, I put down, it's I liked the table presence. It did have a really nice look to all these marbles are going to fall down. Oh, that's that one little moment. Yay, the marbles moved. And it is easy to understand. It was easy to just kind of go right into it. There was a small teach, not too much, just to kind of understand the basis of what are you doing? How are you going to spin cards? What do cards mean? Yeah, but really the teach was pretty easy going. So I liked, and overall I like games that have an easy teach. When the teach is easy and it's just okay, let's jump in, let's go, then I appreciate the game a little bit more than I might have if it was so hard to understand. The teach was forever and it still didn't have a good payoff. Yeah, so that was okay. It was easy going, looked nice.
I think one thing it's not something I would have personally enjoyed as much, but I think it would have been cooler for it, is if the rivers were a bit more random. If I'm please follow my direction, rather than everything being predetermined already. The fact that you can go block a river all the way upstream and be guaranteed a pearl, that I don't think that adds anything to the game. Whereas it would have been cooler if you put a dam down river and just hope that it falls into it. It's a totally different game at that point. You would have to have way more little river things. But imagine having 12 rivers that split up in all sorts of different ways that end with more mystery, and then you're just putting dams in the river hoping to catch something. I think there's more moments created in that.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just more predictable. It's great for a strategy player, but I don't think this is going to scratch a strategy player's itch anyway.
Now, there might have been one time where I strategically placed my little peg in a place where, I could have placed it anywhere else, spent less cards to do it, gotten a bonus fairy doing it, been a possibly better move. But strategically, I already saw where the color I wanted was going to fall right there and no one else was going to block me. And I was at the end of the line, choosing. So it's no one is going to take this from me because I already see that pink marble's up there and whoop, it's just going to fall right there. So of course I went there instead of somewhere else. But it would be cooler if it was just luck of the marble roll. that seems like the more randomness, the like more exciting would be, because then if they're all just rolling and you like, if you had a hierarchy of choosing, kind of like almost like in a bidding strategy, you have a hierarchy of choosing something, and it's like, oh well, then I'm gonna choose first. Then it's like, oh, no, you took the only pink marble. Yeah, that would add some excitement.
Well, they are doing that by putting the dam all the way upriver.
Yeah.
I just think if there was chance to it, that would add more excitement.
Yeah.
And then the guarantee.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about a whole nother game at this point. But yeah, if the dams were positioned where they can catch marbles rather than completely block marbles, then you're hoping, okay, if this thing falls just this way, maybe my little thing will catch it.
Yeah.
It's a totally different game at that point. So that has nothing to do with this
Apples
game.
And oranges.
We're just going, yeah. Yeah, we're just saying what would make the gimmick doesn't serve the game.
Yeah.
The gimmick would serve a more luck-based game, which is not something I prefer usually. So I don't feel like there's a mesh there.
But so with all that being said, what do you rate this game?
What do I rate 12 Rivers? I gotta rate this game maybe a 6.8. And that mostly comes from the gimmick. And the gimmick is a fun gimmick that I don't think quite serves the game as well. It's still a fun gimmick, though. I would like to see that gimmick in a game more like what we were talking about in our made-up version of 12 Rivers.
We just made up a whole different other, maybe 13.
Yeah, 13.
Add a river.
Yeah, add a river, which makes it more random, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, 6.8. I don't need to own it. I enjoyed it, and I might play again. Like, if someone's playing it, I wouldn't be super against it. But I don't think there's a strategy there that would be like, ooh, I'm going to try this thing this time. Someone at our table tried a different strategy than the expected strategy, and they lost. What you see is what you get with this game. What you see is that's probably the best strategy is the best strategy.
And so I'm pretty close at 6.9, mostly for the fact that it was easy to understand. I like games with a short teach, something I can jump into and looks really cool while playing it. That's why I kind of not quite at the 7, because there are definitely some little cons to it from our perspective. But I felt like it was good enough where I would play it again. It's something that if it was presented as an option, I wouldn't say no. I would try something different from how I played before. And now having played it, maybe I could see a different strategy.
Does this sound like a game you'd be interested in? Let us know in the comments below. And until next time, the box is closed.